time check now is 5:15 and I'm preparing to go on to Bhutan, and I think so far the airport is pretty quiet. Yeah, so can't wait to get there. It's very quiet. These inscriptions.
Sorry?
What are all these words on the
these are
the blessings, is it?
Like chanting mantras.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like sort of a blessings.
Oh,
so we have to host this kind of prayer flags only after concerning the astrology.
Astrology?
Yeah.
Oh. All those lunchtime they serve this. What is it called?
Fern, the fiddle fern.
Oh, white fern.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is my room at Olsen or something. Yeah. So I think it's pretty simple, like a basic twin bedroom, and there are some little floral designs on the wall, and the carpet. I think it's quite nice. And then there is a heater as well, and a large TV. So later I'm going to check what TV they have, because in the evening it's quite quiet. There's nothing much to do. Like you can see the streets, and there's a lot of like construction going on. Yep. And I think it's pretty neat. The hotel is quite nice, especially the bathroom. So this is the bathroom. And then they have this little setup here, pretty nice. Bathtub, so I'm gonna soak in the bathtub later. Today marks the day one in Bhutan, and I think so far it has been quite smooth. Like the plane, everything was very smooth, except that there was one point whereby I was actually seated next to an Indian national, and then he was like sneezing, and I was so scared that I might actually get flu. I mean, the last thing I want to do is to get sick during this trip. So I actually managed to change my seats with someone. Not really, because there's no one sitting in front. So I went to sit in front, and then yeah, it was a smooth ride. Everything was okay. The food was quite good. They served breakfast. They had breakfast on board, and then after that they had snack. So basically it was like a 4-hour flight from Singapore all the way to Kolkata, and then it'll be about 45 minutes wait time. In fact it was about 30 minutes only, and then the passengers disembarked, and then some came up, and then after that we left for Bhutan, Paro International Airport. That is about like 45 minutes. It's a very, very short flight. So in total, right? Okay, let me see. Is it focusing? Okay, in total. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm focused. Okay, so in total, right, the whole plane ride is about 5 hours. Yeah, the whole plane ride is about 5 hours. And then so after that, once you come out the Paro airport, there will be a guide to fetch you, and then one whole list of like tour guides standing at the corner there, and then they'll be waiting for you. So actually everything is relatively quite simple, like quite straightforward. The immigration checks were not that stringent. It was quite fast. There's not much queue. I think it's also because like now it's a non-peak period, so everything went very smoothly. And then I requested for a female guide. I mean, other than like for safety reason, because I'm traveling alone, but also like I think that they're more patient, and I don't know, like maybe easier to interact with. I don't know, because I'm an introvert. Yeah. So anyway, so anything else? Yeah. So after that we went. I think, yeah, the road throughout was very, very windy. And then like it's the whole terrain is like not flat. It's like there's so many regions, very hilly, very mountainous. And then the road is pretty bumpy, so if you have car sickness, it's gonna be quite bad. I think I gotten used to it. The trick in this case is not really to look in front, because it's really very windy. The trick is actually to look at the scenery and then focus on the I don't know, the something that's constant. Yeah, so the scenery doesn't really change much as you focus on it. So yeah, so 1 hour ride from Paro International Airport the way to Timbuktu, and then along the way the driver actually and the guide, they actually had a stop, like 2 stops for us, so that we can just like take a breather, some fresher, and then you can just like, you know, try to acclimatize to the high altitude. It's about 2,000 meters. Yeah, so we went to the bridge first, and then after that we went to, where did we go? I think we went to oh man, where did we go? I know there was this suspension bridge with a lot of flags. It was 2 stops. Then after that we headed for lunch. Yeah, and then because I signed up with Drug Asia, right? So apparently like a lot of other people in Singapore, they also sign up with Drug Asia as well. And a lot of them is just private tours, so they have their own guides, and then I have mine. So all of us just like kind of like go around into the same restaurant. It's a bit funny, but it's like a mini Singapore. And then yeah, we had lunch. Lunch was good. It was like buffet. They have dishes. I wish I could have filmed more of the buffet, but yeah, we had buffet dishes, and then is it red rice? Yeah, red rice with like vegetables, meat. It's like it's very similar to Chinese style of like zi cha kind of style of dishes. So taste wise, I think Singaporeans were okay with it, like food wise. And then it was all good, fresh vegetables. I particularly like the, what do you call it? Is it brinjal, or was it the I can't remember, but the vegetable that is fried. Yeah, I think it's fried brinjal. Yeah, so that was very good. And then I also tried their butter tea, suja. It was okay. I mean, it's just like tea mixed with like butter. Yeah, it's very fattening. And then after lunch we went to Chorten. I think this place called National Chorten. And then there were prayers, and then basically there's a temple inside, and then there's this very big, I don't know, zong or whatever, walking round and round. And then I was asking like, you know, how many rounds do they walk? And then apparently it's like they walk like, I don't know, 10, 20 rounds, or even like can be up to a day. So they just keep on chanting and walking around. Yeah. And then after that, from there we went to Simply Bhutan. So Simply Bhutan is like a living museum whereby it showcases the cultural aspects of Bhutanese lifestyle. Yeah, I think it's pretty immersive, I would say. There are the different stations, like they showcase how the kitchen looks like, and then the way of life, the dance, the festivals, a little bit of that. And they even have kind of a traditional dance for you to watch, and then they will let you try some sujati. And then there's archery, their national game, and I had a hands-on, I tried that. Yeah, so that was quite cool. Our national game. And then after that we went to the Centenary Farmers Market. So basically it's just a very huge market that sells vegetables, local produce, dried chili, dried stuff, dried vegetables. And one thing interesting was that a guide told me that they like to the people here like to buy like dried food stuff because during winter time, you know, they do not have any harvest, so usually they'll just get the dried produce. They'll just dry all their vegetables, chili, fruits, and then after that they will just store it for winter time, and then they just use it and cook it. Yeah, during winter time they will just add the dried stuff into the soup, and then it becomes like vegetables, yeah, into their curry or whatever. So that was quite interesting. They also had a lot of incense. They sell a lot of incense, and you can even like customize your own incense according to the fragrance and things like that. And pretty, if you want to buy lemongrass oil, I think this is the place that you can buy because they produce quite a lot of lemongrass according to the guide. And then yeah, we didn't buy much, as you know, that there's nothing much to buy in Bhutan. It's basically just photos. So on the second level is like the local produce, and then on the basement, right, is where a lot of food and vegetables and fresh produce are imported from India. So there were a lot of Indian nationals selling stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. And after that, I came back to this hotel, and because I'm very particular about the hotel that I stay in, so I actually had to kind of like ask them to change the hotels a couple of times because the hotels that I initially wanted are fully booked, or subsequently I realized that maybe the review is not very good. So I think I'm very picky this time, but anyway, I managed to get the hotels that I wanted, but I end up have to change hotel almost every night except for the last 2 nights where I can stay in the same hotel. So hopefully I get to have a better a better view, or like, you know, like the standard of hotel, because I think for this hotel, although it's 3-star, but I think I'll give it a 4-star because it's relatively new. Lobby area is quite cool. Not much facilities, no gym, just a cafe and maybe a spa, but the rooms are super spacious. As you can see, it's super spacious, and there's a bathtub. So I'm not too sure why they gave it 3-star, maybe because of the lack of facilities, but in my opinion, I think it really deserves a 4-star. So the itinerary ends around 4:07. I reached the hotel at around 4 o'clock, so that was quite early actually, because considering that we started our day, I think maybe we reached around 10. I'm not sure what time we reached, maybe 10 or 11. So from 11 to 4, it's like only 5 hours. So I only covered like how many places? I only covered like lunch, and then the Simply Bhutan Museum, and we have the Chorten, and then we have the Centenary Market, which is nothing much because we just walk around. So it's just 4 destinations. I think because the guide wants to go easy on the first day, because she's thinking that maybe I might be very tired. But actually I'm not tired. I'm quite energized. I actually feel like walking out. I did walk out. So you can see the street is about like this. It's very dusty. There isn't much thing going on. It's pretty quiet. The shops are very old. There is no, of course, modern shops and things like that. I don't know, but there were a lot of Indian nationals, a lot of men on the street, and I don't really want to walk into the shops because also the shops, there's not much stuff as well. Yeah, I just saw like some crackers, but they're all very dusty, and I'm not too sure whether it's expired or not. So right now, time check, I'm not sure what time. Time check, 5, maybe 5. I'm going for dinner at 7, so dinner's provided and it's at a hotel. So 7, then maybe after that I'll chill in the room, read some books, and then yeah, so basically in Bhutan you have to prepare for the nighttime because it can be quite bored. There's Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi is very weak here. I'm not sure I'm gonna survive, but yeah, at least I can do some vlogging, but I'm not sure how much memory space I have. Yeah, that's it for day 1, and hopefully tomorrow day 2 will be better. I'll hopefully cover more places. I want to take more pictures. Yeah, so see you then in day 2.